If I miss my mark, just pull me back down where I can feel some comfort in my own head, my voice within. And it can be enough, it can be enough when your efforts stop.
Got a feeling it burns in my chest. It's growing larger with every breath I take. When I fight it, I hide it, it takes me down. Yeah, I know we created a mess. It's growing bigger with every choice we make. Yeah, we're here, we keep coming around. The more it itches, the higher we go, the harder we fall in and out of love. We should burn those bridges, never look back, but in the end we lose ourselves again. Together. Together. The energy, yeah, it's blacking me out. Being so close to you, I'm paralyzed. So I'm breathing it in, everything. Oh, the more it itches, the higher we go, the harder we fall in and out of love. We should burn those bridges and never look back, but in the end we lose ourselves again. Together. 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 The more it itches, the higher we go, the harder we fall in and out of love. Together.
Hot mess up at east side. Heard about me, it's all lies. If you want good, change your mind, yeah. Don't want to intimidate, but more than just conversate. Don't want it to be too late, yeah. Know that I'm not usually your type. Darling, there's no need to be shy. See the curiosity in your eyes. Come a little closer, babe. I don't bite. it's something that I can't hide, yeah. When I'm with you, I'm tongue-tied. No, no, you're not that dramatic, but I'm out of you, I'm an addict. I can't get enough. And I know that I'm not usually your type. Darling, there's no need to be shy. See the curiosity in your eyes. Come a little closer, babe. I don't
drop. ocean waves and try to come to life. Don't let go of the bright blue sky because the future's looking far too light. Are you ready for a long dark ship to set sail and carry me through the starry night? Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing round the dogs of moonlit worlds that make a light. Keep your eyes on mine. Touchdown on the surface of my heart. The feeling's never gone. A brave adventurer like me remembers everywhere that I've come from. Keep your feet to the vacuum sky, cause it's surrounding us out here. Follow the trail of the stardust of the ones that came before us, and we'll see what we've always been there. Dream of me whenever you are feeling oh so lonely. Try to leave your fears behind. We are locked in an orbit racing round the dogs of moonlit worlds that make a light. Keep your eyes on mine.
Now, it might be a bit premature to say this, but I have a feeling that we're going to be in for the long haul. Good evening, everybody. My name is Ito, and I'm here to bring you Team Verum versus 303 Esports for ESEA Advanced Season 36. And the reason I was saying that we might be in for the long hauls, I was taking a peek at each of these teams' histories heading into this, and 303 Esports, in their past two, I think each game has been an average of over 40 rounds, 45 rounds average. So, you know, it's been a little bit close. They've had a couple of stompings as well, but they've been on the receiving end of them. 16-4 against Pain Gaming, I think is the most notable one. And, well, I mean, I think if you want to try to tie this up in a neat little bow, 303 Esports are down bad. They've lost 5 games in a row after starting the season out 2-0. And when you look at the numbers straight up, I have to say I give a slight edge to Team Verum. Now, anything can happen, and of course that is the magic of Counter-Strike, the magic of ESEA Advanced as well. Upsets are, you know, a dime a dozen, it feels like, at a lot of points. But to head into this game, it's going to be 303 Esports winning the pistol, I believe. I could be wrong on that, actually. I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking at my stats, but I'm assuming since they're starting on CT that they won the knife round. No problems at all, though. Team Verum, last time I've seen them, they had a very nuclear T side, and immediately they're going to be setting up for an A pop. So I think this pace definitely suits them rather well. Senpai is going to be holding his first contact over on top of Balk. Doesn't actually find the kill, though. Nor will Cinder either. So Spike Bomb will go down. Oh my god. Valorant's on my mind, apparently. Bomb is going to go down without any issue whatsoever. Mills holding from a nice little off angle inside of Graveyard. Not going to find anything, but that's some really strong info to be giving over to the way of Verum. Oh my lord, they don't need info. I mean, it's a contact play up from Team Verum. Simple as that. Full-on rush ain't no stop, I suppose. I don't think you need to get a little too complex with it. I think if you wanted to try to break that one down, all that you'd be seeing is the fact that really the two people who are trying to crossfire in Graveyard and Balcony respectively didn't get anything for their trouble. Now maybe you can say that Cinder should have played a bit more you know, passive in Grave or wait for contact from Senpai or something like that, but as much as I hate to say it, I think that came down to not hitting some really vital shots, and Team Verum will take that one flawlessly. Second round of play, force up for Team Verum. I'm keeping an eye on where this radar seems to be showing off the positions. It seems that Team Verum just want to pop this up towards B. Full on execute, no problem. They're keeping Mirth to watch the flank, just in case there's some late presence shown from 303. But as the smoke is tossed in, that should be the beginning of the end for 303. Again, it has to be a couple of nasty shots hit. Silas only one with a Desert Eagle, but traded out as quickly. Team Verum showing some really great fundamentals so far, bursting up onto the site and not falling victim to those pistols. Now it makes you think, did 303 Esports decide to stack 3 players towards A as some sort of counter, or was it just a bit of a gamble? I'm not sure if they've actually done their homework and know that in these second round just second round buys, if Team Verum generally go towards A and they just wanted to take the statistically safer play. But whoever it was has been calling the shots there. 303 Esports, unfortunately, have fallen victim. Team Verum up 2-0 without, again, really many issues whatsoever. And since there's a couple of pistols invested, overall a decent chunk of change for 303 Esports spent to try to piece this one together. They'll lose 2 players and then save the rest of what they have earned. And this should be a nice clean third round for Team Verum, all things considered. Now checking the buy once more. Desert Eagles bought up. Yeah, nothing all too surprising. I think Team Verum are just going to continue on their merry way. And I'm curious if they want to make this into an A exec, because keep an eye on the radar once more, and you're going to notice that 303 have full sent it over towards B, and they're going to be running down Banana here. This is smart. I think Mills should be onto this almost immediately. He doesn't hear the info, although they're running all the way down, flash through, and yeah, Mills is going to have a very unpleasant surprise. 1 kill, but we're going to effectively be meeting in the aisle over towards A, and this is where these off angles are really going to reign supreme. Stamina finding actually 2 kills for his trouble, but only that. He trades out a couple more, and we're into a 1v1. I actually gave this round up entirely. I thought Team Verum were going to take it without any casualties, but this bonus Although it has probably gone in their favor, you can't help but think it's a little bit nasty. Jonesy to close us out. Really, really scary round. And honestly, I have to say, 303, they gave Team Verum a real run for their money in that. It comes down to a 1v1 to close us out. And obviously, it's great news if you're a fan of Team Verum. You get the round together, but 303 nearly stole that one away against all odds and with only CZ75s and 5.7s in tow. Beautiful way to start things out. 3-0 again for Team Verum. Who's to say maybe 303 can pick up their first right here. Op is in play over towards B. And on top of that, you're seeing a potential watch from Cinder. It seems like he actually backed off from holding down apartments, but I thought that was smart. He got some strong info, and especially if you were to repeat behind this. Keep in mind, he does have a lot of utility, though. It's going to be incredibly scary to justify that. Noise doesn't go through, but there's actually a pop flash, and Mirth peeks behind it. He's going to try to get some nice timing. This is so smart from Mirth, and it works out great in his favor. Smart. Because of that flash that went out towards long haul, he was expecting maybe a walk push, something similar from 303, and it was a great call from him. Now a player strong, and actually almost 2 players strong. Keep in mind, Senpai is bleeding down to only 60 points of health. 303 kind of have to gamble their majority of their players towards B. But again, it's a gamble. Either way, it's going to be a little bit rough. Just going to try to burn down some time from the clock, see if 303 take any further liberties to try to even this up. Also keep in mind that you see that there have been 4 smokes tossed out over towards A. Not much utility for Team Verum to use over towards B other than the single smoke that goes out over towards Coffin. A kill behind it. Senpai forced it back up and sitting in. Church. He's going to be his position, his boon to try to hold on. I'm surprised. Team Verum are actually so disciplined in not pushing this. They're 2 players to the good, and so they're going to try to sit on this for as long as they can. Knew it. Right on key, though. Stamina is going to look to push up, get a bit more aggressive. This is about the call where 303 are going to try to save their weaponry. Mirth, 2 on the exit. Actually kind of absurd that he gets away with that. This save being just about as useless for a 303 as their attempts have been so far in a number of these rounds. They don't get away with any guns, and Mirth, beautiful quad kill in the round. Gotta love to see it. I think that round, I mean, as soon as they found the 2 opening kills on towards B, it was basically over, and 303, I think, would be hard-pressed not to agree with me, considering. It's not unexciting, sure, but definitely stings a bit for the 303 people out there. Flash, pop play behind it. Not pop play, excuse me. Just a straight-up walk down mid. Look at this crossfire. Mills was playing that so well. Hiding behind the corner. 303. Again, equally as respectable what they're going for. And in fact, actually, that play between Silas and Suter, I think, was equally as notable. But hitting the shots, man. It's what matters. Pistols v rifles. I don't know. I'd hedge my bets on the rifles any day of the week. Well played. Again, to Mills in that location. Bit spooky, for sure, but he held the ground, didn't try to repeat, get the kill. No greed found. Now it will be an op-v-op between him and Senpai. Already an early meeting down Banana on top of that. I actually didn't notice. I didn't think now would be the time for 303 to try to aggress Banana, but it seems to be doing the trick fine. They've gone out with a player to spare, and honestly, on top of that, they might as well make this a 2-man advantage, as Jonesy is hurting hard, 23 health. Now I think what Jonesy is going to try to do here is sell a fake. Mills has gotten a kill over towards A, and that's going to be their execute up. Really trying to divide these rotations. Keep in mind, 303 have kept the bulk of their players over towards B bomb site. Cinder being the only one holding over towards Pit. And he's going to have to hold this down solo. 303 having to equally be as careful on their rotations. Site should be taken by Team Verum. But as soon as that bomb goes down, things become a lot less secure. Cinder sitting in towards Pit. Looks the wrong way at the wrong time. Mills is able to secure the frag behind it. And we're into a 2v2 and make it a 2v1. Mills, beautiful kill with the op. And it's up to Nilo. to shut me up and put a round on the board for 303, but it's a very scary 1v2 he's been set in. Full loss bonus is in effect from the CT side. But what can you really hope for in a situation like this? He has a flash kit, half armor, and good amount of HP to play with. And, you know, I'll be real here. I don't think it'd be all too terrible of an idea if he went to actually go, or if he went for that 1v2, excuse me. It's a safer decision not to. Keeps that money up. Nilo can now drop a team or a gun over to one of his teammates if they so felt inclined. Yeah, it looks like he did just that. So it will be another buy for 303 Esports as a whole. And I think, you know, they have to be pretty happy with some of their aggressive attempts over towards mid and B. They might want to try it again. They're at least holding the top of Banana. You see how Team Verum have quickly tried to fight for Banana control, so they're expecting a similar strat in play. Good counter utility. This is the start that 303 need. Lots of small things going into effect already that help out 303 so much, but Team Verum have been on the back foot before. Who's to say it can't happen again? Again, before Team Verum really trying to take most of Banana by themselves at the very beginning of the round. I really like this switch up of pace. There's another flash play that happens towards Banana that actually ends up going awry, and Team Verum are able to even things up. But that's no matter, because these are still some pretty strong positions and good reads by 303. Obviously, the T's are in a much quicker spot to execute with some ill timing here or there, and you might be able to find a kill to the good. Stamina, not going to be the case. He's watching for any potential aggression. Strong trades from 303, plus a team kill helps out a little bit. Team Verum even things up. As the bomb is planted, this could still go either way. Bit scary for sure. What I think I want to see Team Verum try here is double stack and over towards pit. I'm not even sure if crossfiring is what they want to try to pull off here. Keep in mind, Ajax from this angle is in a little bit of a crossfire. Or not a crossfire, excuse me, a headshot angle position. Stamina, speaking of headshots, hits one through a box, doesn't find the kill, but that's a low player down. Stamina is going to take his place, find one, not the second kill. Senpai, with time to spare, will get that bomb defused in a first round at last for 303. But it feels like such a drought. Not the best start, of course. As 303, yeah, they get their first one on the board, but take a look at the economic ramifications of it. They have to take some serious hits. They will have guns in play, yes, but it's going to be some FAMASas, it's going to be half armor. Well, going to be some utility hits as well. Nilo only has a smoke. Half armor not really mattering too much considering they're up against AKs, but it is notable because it's more of a necessity, not a decision that they're actively making. Look at this different approach from Team Verum in round number 8, however. Again, different attempts over towards Banana. It's why I think, jeez, this map is so interesting to watch. It's because every team has their own way of dealing with Banana, and that one seemed to be a bit flashy from Stamina and a bit flashy from Team Verum in general, but 303 are the ones stealing the headlines. Cinder, I believe he got pop flashed in over towards Long Haul. I couldn't quite see it because Auto Director decided to spaz out, but you can tell by the number of victims on the floor that that's probably what happened. Mills in a nigh impossible situation has a minute to burn. And a Molotov to burn as well. What angle is he going for here? Just a headshot. Cinder is going to be ready for the peek out though. Again, like I said, very difficult location for him to, or position for him to be in. Suitor is getting a lot of strong information on top of it. Mills probably just tries to save that up in towards T-spawn or T apartments. Can't see a world in which he goes for this despite having the bomb on his back. And I could get some very fortunate timing. That's now 2 in a row that Team Verum haven't been able to piece together. Wait a second. Mills, are you actually going for this? That feels suicidal. There's no goddamn way this works. Well, crossfire in play. Expensive, but it works. Again, 3 guns down for the CT side. Gonna have to be rebought. And I think that kind of goes into what I wanted to say, is that Team Verum, losing 2 in a row, have managed to cause some pretty severe economic harm. Still, you're seeing MP9s bought up, and it goes to show you that if Team Verum just get one more round in the bank, they're going to ruin the bank of 303. This is still not very scary, very solid still. So 303 have to try to tread carefully, and eventually if they break the eco or get a very confident round in play, then we can start talking about maybe 303 getting out with a lead in this half. Favorable duels taken over towards apartments. Nilo comes out on top of 2. This is the kind of round that I think 303 needed. Fight taken towards Banana in attempts for map control. This is good. I think Team Verum have the right approach in this 2v4, but even if they were sticking with the buddy system, I don't think things could go much better. And such a rough position. Lots of grenades to work with, yes, but the bomb down in the favor and right in the eye of 303 Esports. Looking very likely to be a save. Loss bonus at about 2,400 right now for everybody on Team Verum who hasn't died already. That's going to be some well-earned cash. Mirth just demolished. Strong angle from Cinder. And even if it wasn't Cinder to find the kill, it's going to be Nilo. I'm always going to mess up that name, aren't I? No biggie at all. It was a fluke kill onto Mirth, says chat. And you know what? Maybe I'm hard-pressed to disagree. Not much to say here other than the fact that I think 303 are finally starting to adjust a little bit more strong. And they've noticed that apartments has kind of been the boon for Team Verum as of late. They've been able to hold control of major aspects of Banana here or there, other than Team Verum really fighting hard with it, with tons of grenades tossed down towards car. But otherwise, 303 have been able to maintain steady control of it, and that's exactly what you see reflected in the radar right here. Strong control. And so you're seeing now the counterplay from Team Verum will be, all right, let's try to get a little bit more apartments control of our own. I don't see a big issue with it. Again, going to probably work out in their favor. Team Verum, on top of taking all of apartments, have actually managed to wiggle their way out towards brackets without any further issue. Look how passive this setup is from 303. They have nearly 4 players situated here to help out at any given moment. This seems ripe for a potential fake. Team Verum might want to consider it, considering their bomb is in a very non-committal position down towards mid. There's still an opportunity for it. 3 smokes in play. As contact is made, 1-for-1s all the way across the board. We're seeing that solid fundamental play come through yet again. We're going to need to see this stand break eventually. 2 smokes. When are they going to toss them out? One's going to go over towards... oh, geez, never mind. We'll get to that a little bit later. Who cares where the smoke is going down if you're going to be shot through it? Smoke goes towards Moto, I should mention. And in fact, there will be a re-smoke over towards Moto. So they seem to be sticking with the idea of it. An op on this retake for Senpai. But I'm not too worried. Look at the HP on Team Verum. At any given moment, these rifles could easily remove the remaining players. Mills as well has an op to hold the line. Counter smoke out deep towards Moto. Shot is missed. And now he's going to have to rely on Mirth to make contact. No, Mills is taking both fights himself. Okay then. Mills. I'm liking what I'm seeing. 7 rounds now for Team Verum and a beautiful solo effort from Mills. Now, I can tell that chat is pretty excited for Mooj money, but right now, Mills is one cashing out. 303, like I mentioned, their eco is maybe not in dire straits. That feels like a little bit of a dramification. But it's not exactly doing wonderful, isn't it? They have 2 MP9s, which are nothing to sniff at, mind you. They don't have the rifles that I'm sure they're hoping for, nor that AWP that Senpai had been wielding for a while. I mean, think about it. 303, despite getting 2 really close rounds in their favor, plus kind of landslide victory over Team Verum in the round before this. I don't know. Their money still sucks. Playing under towards... I don't know. I'm not liking the under port play from 303. Thank God for Cinder, though. Holy hell, he's just gone massive with a triple kill. Silas waiting behind on site will do equally as large damage. And we're going to be able to watch our boy, Mirth, against 2 really weird solo plays. Hard to keep up sometimes, I'll be honest. Some strange inactions happening as Cinder has gone huge with 3, but now Mirth needs to go out and not something massive. Fighting safe, I like it. Keep in mind, has double flashes in play. What I want to see him try to do here, obviously he needs to isolate a fight. I wasn't going to say hide back sight, but he could actually bank a flash off the wall after he gets contact with 1. No, not going to be the case. Okay, just going to fall immediately. Strong fight taken by Silas. I actually really liked how he played the MP9 to his favor there. Just running and gunning with it, why not? He had somebody trade him out just in case things went wrong. And I got to say, I know chat is probably going to agree with this, but very nice move by Mirth to, you know, tactically give up that round to 303 Esports in order to boost their ego a tiny bit before he crushes it right back. It's a smart move. It's just you? I don't know. Lance was there for a little while, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right for the most part, huh? Team Verum. Now it's their turn to have the money broken. And again, that was such a big round for 303 to win. I'm not sure if I gave it enough credit. Cinder was huge there. And of course, you have to give big ups to Silas as well. Stopping the plant, just great positioning. He kind of wiggled his way up on towards site by Moto without being spotted. But it was all Cinder, somehow getting 3 from under porch. Quiet for now. Team Verum just looking to pop up B. Great noise cue suitor. Tosses a Molotov out. Not sure how I feel about this wide swing. Luckily, Team Verum don't commit with the pistols. Although they're going to give it a second go as soon as there's a flash through. It's not the God Flash. And in fact, right now, the only deity that I'm seeing is the fact that 303 Esports have humbled them. I'm not seeing any deities at all. This is a very irreligious game. No God Flashes. No nothing. Yeah, I think I need to go ahead and workshop that phrase a little bit. It didn't come out quite the way I thought. That was a weird one. I'm glad there's a tactical pause from presumably Team Verum. I was going to say, like, Ito, you good, man? What was that joke? Well, 5-7. The lead has very much shrunk from Verum. Obviously, time to possibly close this one out 10-5. Money back on the menu from the T's. Get this one together. Again, they would not have effectively broke the eco of 303, but we'll have gotten another step of the way there. 303 are switching up their setup, and it's like we saw previously. The Molotov down aggro, couple of flashes, and I think even an HE for good measure. And they have now full control of it. They're going to be stacking only one person here, and then keeping the majority, the bulk of their forces over towards A. Standard, really. Not something you're going to be seeing as part of every team's CT default, but you know, toss it in here or there, and I think you're going to have some pretty nice effects. 303. Conceding the space eventually. See the smoke tossed out from Team Verum. It's going to be their cue, yes, to maybe cause a bit of rotations over towards B. Silas is actually going towards B. Oh, if Team Verum actually sold this fake, they've gone all the way up towards brackets without being spotted. This is actually kind of massive stamina. First to make contact, Molotov tossed out. 303 still have 2 players over towards B. What now Team Verum could do is wrap into CT without really any issues, or at the very least keep someone in towards CT to watch for a rotate. They're just wrapping all the way around. The brain on Team Verum! It's indescribable. Senpai wondering what went wrong, but he's being collapsed, pincered in on multiple angles. And Team Verum have effectively done it. They only take fights at their own volition, and when they take fights, my God, are they dominant in this round. 303, left in shock, in awe. We'll have to respect it, concede the round, concede 8, the majority of these T rounds going the way of Team Verum. What in the world was that execute? I've seen it before. It's not something that has never been spotted. But my lord, was that such a beautiful execute. Silas doesn't even get to keep the gun for good measure. 303. Have to be a little bit tilted. Sure, they can be tilted all they want. It was a great call, thanks to the tactical pause called by Team Verum just previously before this. And a nade stack in. I like this. I honestly think 303 could have a decent chance of winning this, considering what we saw previously. The nade stack towards Banana is an admirable idea. I think it would be better situated towards mid. Yeah, that nade stack didn't work at all. Team Verum are just going to smork up. Look, I'm going to watch Stamina here. He's about to get a 5K. Look at this. There's one. There's only one, apparently. Oh, God. Oh, maybe I take it back. I really take it back now. They're man to the good 303. Now, pistols really struggle in the after plant, considering Team Verum can now just kind of hold silly off angles. Or basically where Mills is playing right now. This is kind of concerning. Thank God for Ajax, though. He has humbled them. And, of course, Mirth will close us out. Could have been scary. I don't know. 303 got that a bit closer than I thought they would. And 5-9. Now, honestly, keep the expectations realistic. It was a full save from 303. Really only bought nades and I think like a upgraded pistol or two. So they have the op to work with. That's nice. Now, does Senpai actually peek deep? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. I was hoping he does. I think 303 with all their confident pushes had actually been some of their better looks throughout this entire half. There's a half. Okay, look at this. Mirth is going to sit up at this angle again. Remember what I said before. As soon as he hears a flash, but there isn't anybody peeking behind it, he's going to try to post up on the angle. He's going to be expecting a walk push. It's a matter of if 303 have learned their lesson and will concede that space, give it respect. And it looks like they have. Look at that Cinder, not even bothering with it until smoke goes down. Still on top of balcony, mind you. Bomb only just now retrieved. Team Verum, with 45 seconds, have almost the entirety of this map to play with. This is immense control. 303, despite having an op, don't have anything to really say about it. They have one more smoke, which is, if I had to imagine, probably going to be used reactively once Team Verum toss out a smoke. They have to rely a lot on these crossfires. This could get terrifying, and get terrifying quick. Yogg gonna find first blood. That's massive onto Stamina. There is a wall bang out over towards Graveyard, but look at all the blue in the kill feed. It's a beautiful look. 303 finally might get another round in play. And indeed, it comes down to only Mills, but in a 1v3, it's a nigh impossible task. An interesting half, to say the least. I think Team Verum, for the most part, just had really confident executes. 303. I mean, it felt like very standard Counter-Strike in a lot of ways. They fell hook, line, and sinker. There was a couple of times where I think 303 maybe over-rotated. There was that one case where they, I'm trying to remember who it was. Who did they toss down Banana that one rad? Was it Silas that they kept as the anchor towards top of Banana, and then they rotated 4A, but then they like kind of gave up on the idea of having 4A because they're expecting maybe like a re-execute B or something. Like, I think maybe if they just have a bit more confidence in their calls, they'd be pretty happy with what they see. But some good reads here or there. Makes it 9-6 at half. Team Verum taking the lead, now moving on to the defensive end of things. Pretty standard. You're seeing 4 armors and a single kit on Ajax alongside double flash. I'm going to be keeping my eye on where he tosses his flashes here. That's an alt mid flash, so yeah, I think they're actually going to push this. No. Just hold on to it. Ajax will make first contact, speaking of the man in question. But it's going to be very important for Ajax not to die here. He has a defuse kit, and that's going to be pivotal, if you would. Stamina, waiting in apartments. That's a duel he really wanted to win, possibly needed to win as well, considering now Team Verum are down a player. A walk up. Stamina ready to play a little bit of a gunfight. Mills thankfully wins that 1v1 with no help to Stamina. Look at the HP, man. It's getting dangerously low. Ajax has fallen, but his kit has been retrieved, and retake will begin. Mills, once again, just tearing things up. Gets one more. Same story with Mirth. What is this? Unbelievable. Team Verum just wide swinging everywhere they go. The Peruvian blood in them allows them to wide swing with ease, I suppose, and Team Verum get up to double digits. And thing is, that really has to sting for 303 as well, because they looked amazing towards the beginning of that. Sure, they gave up the one initially, but there's so many confident kills to start that one off. Oh, Lord. I think 303 realized how much of a robbery that was. They're fully investing into this next one. AKs, a Galil, double deagles otherwise. They are pissed, and rightfully so. Team Verum, again, it just felt like they're wide swinging everything at the end of it, and Mills hit a couple of gorgeous shots. Not something you can expect every round, mind you, but, well, again, when it happens, take it as it comes, right? I think Team Verum right now are trying to get a read on if 303 have actually forced up or not. They've only heard the deagle and I think one AK towards Banana. I'm sure that's going to shift how their setup is being played. I'm a little bit scared by Jonesy's position here. And it wasn't even because of Senpai, to be honest. It was because there's likely a trade. He goes down to only the first player in tow, that being Senpai. And Mills doesn't get any info. He has to be flashed out by his teammates and rotate to safety. And Team Verum have a good call on where this is actually going to end up. But I'm actually real concerned now at this point. 303, down a player and up against AKs, could easily lose this one. And we be back on a really awkward economy situation. Mirth is going to try to dash my hopes away. Stamina looking to do the same as well. It's all Mirth. Mirth money is just absolutely tearing it up. 3 kills and 2 for Mills. Stamina, or Mirth and Mills, excuse me. The 2 M's combined for the W. And Team Verum move up to 11. Mooj money. I feel like I'm messing that up. You're putting a lot of O's, so I'm guessing it's Mooch money, but it could be Mooj. It's Mooch money, my bad. Apologies, I must have mixed that one up. Mirth money is only half right. Mate, his name is Mirth on ESEA. What? Come on now. Oh, wait. Want to point out a nice little gun swap right there. Since Ajax is playing close apartments. It's a smart move. Sucks for 303. Again, another decent attempt. Why did Auto Director just look away from that? That was actually really important. Nilo gets nothing from this. Ajax, I'm a little scared. I don't think this angle is going to be hard cleared. It's a very deep commit, and Jones can easily trade out, if nothing else. But 303 are getting a lot of space here. Yeah, pop flash in. Oh no, Ajax. Does he watch this corner? This first kill is going to be huge. Wait for it. 50-50. He looks away! Oh no, he looks away! Why would you do it right as the smoke is fading? Oh no. Okay, dude. Well, Nilo in a 1v4. I'm just going to call him Nilo. I really don't know what his name is. It could go either way. God, that's really unfortunate timing from Ajax. Mate, I know you're watching this VOD back. It be like that, okay? What would Mirth do? 12-6, smooth sailing so far. And Team Verum are looking to deliver 6 L's in a row over to 303 Esports. I kind of feel bad for that Colorado organization, 303. They've been down bad as of recent. What is that crouching spray? Never mind, I can't feel bad when you're going for shoddy plays like that. What in the world? On a bonus round too. Smart aggression by Verum to take control, then quickly back off once they've gotten their fair share of kills. Suitor and Silas both taken down. Those are massive, massive picks. Now, mind you, round's not impossible. These two FAMASas could prove to be a liability. Check out this off angle by Mills, though. Really like the idea. He doesn't have anybody to trade him out, nor will he actually need anybody to trade him out. Mills has been on fire. I need to understand this man's crosshair, his sensitivity, his resolution, his everything. Now, the reason I know Mills so well is because he's local to my area, been to a bunch of the local lands, and I have never seen him pop off this much. I need to really, get his stats down, have an interview with him. And what I knew Mills best for while he was at these local Arizona lands way back when is that he opt a lot. And guess what we're seeing here? We're seeing Mills with the op. Now, if you thought his 22-9 scoreline right now has been scary, well, I have some bad news. Mills is only going to get scarier with this in hand. Up against pistols, though, might not be quite the best fit. But don't mind it too much. 303 Esports looking to play and contact the punish. Or sorry, looking to play contact and punish Team Verum for their B control. That's going to be a rifle given up. And right on cue, look at this. Jonesy's going to be pushing down mid. Smart counterplay from the two of them. And you see, although 303 are watching for it, I'm not sure if they have the artillery to counter. Noise made mid. Good kill from Ajax. Just look at this awkward situation from 303. Bomb down effectively in the middle of the open. They're going to have to use a smoke or hide in the cover of the smoke that they currently have in order to grab it. It's free pickings for Team Verum. Only one rifle removed, that being Stamina's, which is now safely and succinctly in the hands of Cinder. But are we looking at a save? Seems likely, doesn't it? I mean, Cinder, unless just something incredibly lucky happens, might think of doing it. Now, what is this? He's actually going to be making noise mid. And that's such a big issue. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Jonesy just straight up heard him run mid. I think if he walked all the way up, maybe Jonesy wouldn't have checked him on one of those peaks, but que sera, man. Que sera. Wow. It's been good times, hasn't it? 14-6. It's been a while since SOS, or SOS, 303 have taken an L this hard. And I'm sure they're signaling SOS right now. Christ, that was a joke I was trying to make. I don't know how I somehow screwed that up so much. They're signaling SOS 303. But I don't think Team Verum are going to be the ones to tap in and let them say uncle. Exactly. 303 needs an SOS after this game. That was kind of what I was going for, mate. That was kind of what I was going for. It's hard solo casting, isn't it, sometimes? 303. Speaking of tough tasks made possible, that's a huge entry frag to find onto Jonesy. Now, they haven't taken care of the real big issue, which is going to be Ajax lying in pit, and possibly Mills as well. But they're well aware of the fact that someone could be located in pit. You see how Cinder's hard clearing it, crouching through the smoke. Will be the first victim for him. Ajax, he is just the smoke criminal right now. Be damned with Stewie. It's all Ajax in this round. Picks up the rifle. Now he has a bit more ammo to play with. Spam out onto Senpai. Jump peeking through. God, Verum, finish it with style. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been trying to like only pay attention to the chat sometimes, but the XQCL. Such a nerdy move, dude. Any juicers. School is pog today. All right, I need to stop laughing at my own jokes. 15-6, end of the line for 303 in this game, most likely. They're going to have to put together a beautiful comeback. But we can talk about this story all we want. Thing is, 9 match points is such a difficult task. And albeit Team Verum, it's most they've been challenged in a while. Still plenty of utility in play though, isn't there? Stamina kind of anchoring this alone. Now, there's a gamble that I think he takes here. Does he walk down banana and try to... Whoa, never mind. Screw gambles. What the hell just happened? Team Verum, there was no way they should have made contact there. That was so risky. Did they actually peek mid and crossfire a 2v4 like that? Oh my god. I apologize. Auto Director was not on my side either, but I manually overrode it just so I could see this one play out. Suitor, 1v2, fakes out the bomb plant, not going to be spotted. He is taken out. What the hell did Team Verum just do? Wait. No. We need to talk about that for a second. How did he do that? Okay, Auto Director really screwed me over there, didn't they? Okay, so from what I understand, they were in apartments in Cubby, right? Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Apartments in Cubby, and they crossfired and somehow won a 2v4 firefight? There is no reason that should be happening, even if util was light. That is unbelievable. Unstoppable seems to be the case for Verum, as they now improve to a 5-3 record in ESEA Advanced and looking damn good while doing it. Okay, well, for some reason, it's just not going to go ahead and pick up my mic over there. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I don't know why my, here, I'm going to go ahead and put on my microphone real quick. That way I can talk to you guys without you having to look at this one CT sitting in a corner. And bam, there we are. So, what the hell just happened? I'm still a little bit baffled about how that 2v4 got converted, but that was insane. Team Verum closing it out, no issues whatsoever. And I want to say thank you so much to Team Verum for letting me hop on. I had to do this very last moment. I rushed home from work, and I'll be honest, I didn't do my vocal warm-ups. That was such a crazy game that I'm just kind of happy I let it stew like that, if you would. It was a lot of fun as per usual. And I think otherwise, I don't really have too many more thoughts to think, or many thoughts to say, other than the fact that Team Verum are looking wonderful right now, and Mills had one hell of a game. Undoubtedly my MVP. If you're thinking otherwise, then I think you need to go ahead and have your head checked. Unbelievable plays from them. Congratulations to Team Verum for taking yet another game. They improved to 5-3 in the season, and commiserations to 303 as well. They've now lost 6 games in a row, but I honestly think some of those rounds were a bit closer than the scoreline would suggest, if that makes sense. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. Later.